First at 4, he says he was trying to save his neighbor's life, but prosecutors say he broke the law. The charges against him next. Also ahead, new information on this Miami bridge collapse. Police say more victims could be found under the rubble. We'll have the very latest. Paula?
Hi, Sandra. We've been doing stories on how local prosecutors are taking juvenile threats very, very seriously when it comes to schools, but you might be surprised at what happens after they are convicted. One local prosecutor was, Sandra.
All right, Paula, and we are looking ahead to a warmer weekend, but there is something to watch out for next week. We're going to have your 7-day forecast first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sandra Ali. Karen Drew is on assignment today. First at 4, a Detroit man facing charges in a tragic case that started with a dog mauling and ended with gunfire. Michael Williams was in court late this afternoon. He says he was trying to help a neighbor on Detroit's east side. Patricia Cosby was attacked by a stray dog last October. Williams admitted firing his gun trying to stop the dog, but he accidentally shot Cosby instead. She later died. Williams is now charged with careless discharge of a weapon. Now he has to post 10% of a $45,000 bond. We have new information for you about a school threat case in Washtenaw County. 2 teenagers now facing charges for a threat that canceled classes. This is in the Whitmore Lake School District. It happened earlier in the week. 18-year-old Eric Gordon Deaton and 17-year-old Michael Gage Perks are both from Whitmore Lake. Now they both face a felony charge of false report or threat of terrorism. That charge carries a maximum penalty of up to 20 years in prison. You might remember 4 young men were originally arrested. One was released because charges were denied, and another 16-year-old was released pending further investigation. On Detroit's west side, the driver of this SUV that ran into a building on McNichols and Lindsay is still missing. Police say the car rolled over and hit the building early this morning, also snapping a power pole and downing some power lines. Police are still investigating. They're trying to find the driver, and also they're trying to figure out what caused the vehicle to smash into the building. Many of you probably planning St. Patrick's Day fun this weekend. AAA and police agencies are warning you have to be safe out on the roads. AAA says 14% of the traffic fatalities on St. Patrick's Day weekend were alcohol related last year. Michigan State Police say they are going to be looking out for impaired drivers. This is all part of Operation Care coming up this weekend. And take a look at this too. Troy Police tweeted, and this is a quote, "Don't even think about driving drunk this weekend. Plan your sober ride now." So, of course, have fun, but be safe as well. And it seems the luck of the Irish helping us out this weekend when it comes to the weather. Let's go ahead and get our first look from Andrew. Not bad out there today, Andrew.
Sandra, you're exactly right. Abundant sunshine for everybody. Sure, you need a jacket or coat to stay warm, but looking picture perfect. 39 degrees, closer to 40 degrees right now over at Metro Airport, north of 8 Mile. Colder. I mean, you really need to keep those coats on because temperatures are near freezing or at the freezing mark or even below. 32 right now for our friends over in Pontiac. Still stuck in the 20s in both Sandusky and over in Port Huron. But higher temperatures are on the way for the weekend. Lots of folks coming downtown, streaming into Little Caesars Arena. That's where we have March Madness happening. 39 degrees currently. The wind chill is 35, so winds are lighter than yesterday. And during the games later on this afternoon and this evening, temperatures fall to freezing or lower here in downtown Detroit, but under mostly clear skies. So dry roads out there. And I've got higher temperatures for you this weekend, Sandra. We'll talk more about that in your 7-day forecast in minutes.
Thank you, Andrew. Recovery efforts for victims of a bridge collapse in Miami continue today. The bridge collapses yesterday near the campus of Florida International University. At least 6 people are reported dead, several others injured. Kimberly Gill is in the newsroom. And Kimberly, are there any leads as to why this may have happened?
Sandra, good afternoon. There are still a lot of unanswered questions, but what we do know is that a stress test was being conducted at the time of that collapse. Florida Senator Marco Rubio says the suspension cables on the bridge were being tightened when it happened. Underneath it, at least 8 cars were crushed. Authorities worked overnight picking through the mess of concrete and debris. They have to work slowly due to the fragility of the structure and to try to preserve evidence relevant to the investigation. They're still searching for victims, but say at this time there are no longer any survivors. One man who was able to crawl out of the mess describes the horrific event.
We were parked at a red light, and I started to hear the bridge creak, so I looked up, and I saw the bridge falling on top of us. I was scared beyond my life. I didn't think I was going to make it out of the car. I thought when I saw the bridge coming down that I was dead too. And I don't know, I didn't know what happened when I didn't die, and I was just crushed in the vehicle, and I couldn't get out.
Just horrific. Well, Richard, who you just heard from there, was a passenger in the vehicle he was in. The driver is still unaccounted for. Unfortunately, a spokesperson for the Miami-Dade Police Department says there's a possibility that there may be more cars underneath all that concrete. The National Transportation Safety Board will remain on the scene for at least the next 5 to 7 days to figure out what happened and hopefully, Sandra, prevent it from ever happening again. We'll send it back to you.
Yeah, just so frightening. Thank you so much, Kimberly. There are new allegations today from the adult film actress who reportedly had an affair with Donald Trump before he was president. Stormy Daniels' attorney says his client was physically threatened to keep quiet, but he won't say if those threats came from someone close to Mr. Trump. The attorney also says Daniels wants a chance to tell her side of the story so people can decide if she's credible.
The American people are going to weigh her veracity and whether she could be trusted, whether she appears to be credible, and whether it happened or not. And they're going to learn the details surrounding that. And we're going to let them judge for themselves whether she's being honest.
Right now, Daniels is fighting to get out of a non-disclosure that she signed back in 2016. She's even offered to pay back the $130,000 she received. President Trump has denied any sort of affair. Since the Parkland, Florida shooting, we've reported a big jump in school threats. Today, students and teachers were on high alert at Romulus High School. Romulus police say they're investigating a, quote, non-credible threat. Classes were in session, but students were not allowed to bring backpacks to school, and they had to pass through metal detectors this morning. The school called it normal protocol to make sure everyone is safe. No word just yet if those precautions will continue into next week. So in this current climate, an Oakland County prosecutor is sounding the alarm about how the justice system is treating the young people responsible for these threats. She's asking, are they facing consequences that are tough enough? The prosecutor spoke with our Paula Tutman. She's live in Oakland County. And Paula, the numbers on this are just eye-opening.
Yeah, it really is. And suffice to say that the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office is very, very troubled by the trend of the last 2 years. The list is oppressively long. Just since the Parkland shooting, our assignment desk has logged 61 school threats, lockdowns, or school closings in the metro area. And those are just the ones we know about. We've done stories on how prosecutors take these kinds of threats seriously. But the shocker of the day is what happens in Oakland County after the adjudication process.
Am I shocked? Yes.
While the Oakland County prosecutor has a 100% success rate in charging juveniles once police find them, once those students are prosecuted and convicted, 100% have gotten no further court intervention. 100% get probation.
If I didn't think they should have received detention, they wouldn't have been charged. Okay. As a 20-year felony.
Adjudication stops at the judges sitting on the Oakland Circuit Family Court bench. No detention, which is jail time for juveniles, and no intensive probation, which would at least mandate counseling, family services, frequent check-ins, and management of the felon. Yes, these juveniles are felons. Yet, not a single Oakland County Circuit Family Court judge has sent a juvie to jail or detention or mandated strict probation in 2017 or 2018 for the felony charge of false report of threat of terrorism.
It says to me that the courts have to take into consideration the broader implications of the conduct of the individual when they pose a threat.
One of those kids who got to go home was a Novi student, and even the superintendent of the school system didn't realize that student was sent home after conviction until we told him today.
I think it's important that the judicial system take these things seriously, and that they investigate them completely, and that they look at the potential harm that could come to a school.
What does it say to other students when the penalty stops at the bench?
Right. That's the issue that we as schools have to face. We have to take into consideration what's best for an individual student, but also what is the message that it sends to other students when a student gets off with just a slap on the wrist.
So, of course, we did ask the Oakland County's Chief Judge, the Honorable Shalina Kumar, to sit down with us for an interview. She said that she was too busy. She did, however, answer a questionnaire. Literally, the bottom line says that she believes her judges acted appropriately according to the law. Sandra, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my questionnaire in its entirety, as well as her answers, unedited, on my Facebook page, Local 4 Paula Tutman, so that you can see how she answered those questions. And I'd love to hear your opinion as well.
All right, we will look for it. Thank you so much, Paula. Still ahead, Snapchat versus a pop star. Rihanna couldn't believe what she was seeing on a social media site. Now that company paying a big price. That controversy in trending stories. Talk about too young to drive. We have the story of a surprising joyride that went much farther than anyone expected, even crossing state lines. But up first, scammers are calling and emailing so many of you right now. It is peak season for devastating scams. What you need to know to protect yourself, it's in our Help Me Hank Scam Alert.
Storm coming up all new on Local 4 News at 5 and 6.
What we're working on for Local 4 News live at 6, absolutely explosive allegations towards a very popular local pet store that the pet store allegedly has been selling sick dogs from puppy mills.
But it's an explosive allegation to say they're sourcing from puppy mills. That's a tough thing to say.
It is.
Petland of Novi is now facing a lawsuit, and to 6, Petland is fighting back.
First at 4, we have a Help Me Hank Scam Alert focusing on IRS scams. You know, this is the time of year when scammers are just blowing up your phone, sending out fake emails. There are two main schemes we're talking about here. First, criminals can try to steal your identity, fill out fake returns, and get a bogus refund all in your name. So to protect yourself, you want to make sure to keep your personal information even more secure this time of year. Don't carry your social security card around with you, and get antivirus software on your computer. Scammers also call pretending to be the IRS, saying you owe them money. Remember, any unsolicited call from the IRS is a fake. They will first contact you in writing. You want to just immediately hang up the phone if you get that call. We're also on top of stories making headlines around the world on this Friday, including a terror arrest where the suspect is accused of targeting Americans. A judge in Colombia has ordered the detention of a Cuban man who police say may have links to Islamic militants. Investigators say he was allegedly planning a bomb attack on a restaurant in Bogota, a restaurant frequented by U.S. diplomats. That suspect was arrested yesterday. Police say his phone contained messages with details of the attack he was planning. The U.S. Embassy says it is grateful to police and will cooperate with Colombia to work together on the case. Some residents of Puerto Rico, they are worried they've been forgotten about 6 months after Hurricane Maria just devastated the island. Remote communities like the town of Corozal still don't have any power. The region was promised money for a generator, but that money never came. There is some progress, though, to report. 96% of water customers have service now. 93% of power customers have been turned back on. But for the rest, it's been a very long and painful 6 months. Well, Andrew is back. He is keeping an eye on the weather on this Friday. Nice to see the sunshine, and I think I heard you mention 50s.
That's right. It gets milder this weekend, Sandra. Sure, slowly but surely, but Sunday's looking great. But even before that, Saturday looking good as well. Later on tonight, though, yes, it does get colder, ladies and gentlemen. Temperatures this morning, wow, in the teens and low 20s. This evening and tonight, we'll see temperatures in the middle and upper 20s. So still enough to bundle up, of course. We've got temperatures down to around 24 to 27 degrees here in Detroit and in the metro zone. Same sort of deal south of I-94, anywhere from 25 to 28 from Dundee over to Adrian. West of 275, under fair skies. Make sure you have your coats on if you're going out, whether it's in Milford, Novi, or out toward Howell. Temperatures down to around 23 to 26 degrees overnight. And temperatures a little bit lower, low and middle 20s north of Hall Road in our north zone. Looking great as we look at downtown Detroit. Look at all that sunshine bathing downtown Detroit and LCA, Little Caesars Arena. Lots of March Madness games and activities going on. 39 degrees currently. Wind chills not as low as what they were yesterday. Above freezing, but still you need to prepare for wind chills that are mostly in the low 30s or around 35 over at Metro Airport currently. As you can see in your weather story for tonight and into tomorrow, it is just simply looking better and better and feeling that way too. Blue skies for tomorrow, more seasonable. High temperatures this time of year around 45 degrees. We'll see that on your Saturday. And on Sunday, even better with temperatures near 50 or even a bit more with more beautiful sunshine. 31 degrees currently for our friends over in Lapeer. Not as chilly, but you still need your coats on in Dundee where it's now 36. 37 degrees out toward Jackson and also in Ann Arbor. Winds right now much lighter or calmer than yesterday. So wind chills not as brutal as what they were yesterday as well. We've got wind chills mostly in the 20s and low 30s out there. And we're still in this chilly pocket of air. But as you can see, just to our south, there's some milder air. And this gets tapped by southerly winds as an area of high pressure gets a little bit closer and then travels over to our east. Farther to our west and to our south, we've got some wet weather, but this area of high pressure, it's going to block it and keep it from entering southern Michigan at all. It's going to mainly stay down to our south. In fact, wintry weather expected through the center portions of Indiana and also Ohio over the next 24 hours. But we remain dry thanks to this dome of high pressure that remains overhead all night tonight and all weekend long. So let's have some more of that good news, shall we? At least dry conditions as you come downtown tonight or travel anywhere around southeast Michigan. It gets colder, with temperatures that will fall mostly into the middle 20s, around 24 to 25 degrees. Sunset on this Friday evening is at 7:41. Remember, Michigan State Bucknell starts just after 7 p.m. 45 degrees for tomorrow, simply delightful for your St. Patrick's Day Saturday. 50 degrees on Sunday, Sandra. Spring still begins next Tuesday, and look at that. The chance of a rain or snow shower is not until Wednesday. That's a look at your weather forecast. Back to you.
Thanks, Andrew. Looking good. Still ahead, what would you give up to get a better night's sleep? We're going to show you what some people say they would sacrifice. The answers might just surprise you. But up first, a 75-mile-long joyride, and you won't believe who was behind the wheel. Sheriff's deputies seemed impressed in spite of themselves. Stay with us. We'll be right back. First at 4 continues with the story of an illegal joyride. It was illegal for many reasons, but mainly because the driver, only 12 years old. Police in Mobile, Alabama say the boy had a fight with his parents. He stole the car keys and he just hit the road. He drove about 75 miles away across state lines into Mississippi. Sheriff's deputies almost sounded impressed that he made it that far safely with no damage to the car. Authorities are now considering charges, but they say the boy's parents may bring down punishment that could be harsh enough. In today's trending story, Snapchat apologizing after a negative ad outraged pop superstar Rihanna, who says the ad shamed victims of domestic abuse. The mobile game Would You Rather posted this question on Snapchat. Here's the question, and it's a quote. Would you rather slap Rihanna or punch Chris Brown? End quote. You might remember Brown was convicted of felony assault for beating his then girlfriend back in 2009. Rihanna blasted Snapchat, and so did many others. The controversy sent the company's stock just plunging. Snapchat says the ad never should have made it through its review process, and it will be improved to make sure something like that never happens again. So you may have heard today is World Sleep Day, and we have some interesting new information from sleep-deprived Americans. A new survey asked, what would you give up? What would you be willing to give up to get a better night's sleep? 27% said they would give up social media. 21% said they'd give up chocolate, and 11% would give up sex. Tonight at 6, we're going to have much more on your sleep habits, including the shortcuts that some of you use and how many of you don't even need to set an alarm clock. See if you agree with that number. It's all coming up at 6. Still ahead, happy birthday to a horse. We're going to tell you why a lot of people are talking about this guy's big milestone.
Hockey player, Olympic gold medalist, hero.
Yes, girl.
Farmington's Megan Keller on the women's hockey team that ended the 20-year drought for U.S. Olympic gold against its biggest rival. Home from the Olympics, she's back at the rink.
This is your offensive zone?
Inspiring the next generation of hockey stars.
It's just incredible because I really look up to her.
Will you sign my back? It was awesome. The whole entire experience.
Tonight at 11.
Finally today, first at 4, a horse celebrating a birthday may not seem like a big deal, right? But this horse has reached a major milestone.
That's right, Sandra. This horse in Texas made it to the ripe old age of 39 years. Now, while that's approaching middle age for us human beings, it is 101 years old in horse years.
The owner has had the horse since she was just 2 years old, and these days he just likes to roam the fields and relax, which sounds absolutely wonderful.
Keeping up with his buddies, too.
Thank you so much for joining us today, First at 4. We're back for Local 4 News at 5.